Welcome to this week's TDD Weekly Report for the week ending November 13th. I've got some fun stuff this week and I've got some geeky stuff this week. This is a website I found called knockingoff.com. I don't know if you've ever been to flea markets where they sell gray market stuff, or sometimes ordering stuff over eBay or various websites. You can get some not quite licensed stuff. Well, if you get a chance, go to knockingoff.com. This is the website, knockingoff.com. I'll put the link in the bottom as usual. And just start scrolling down and taking a look at some of these. I guess they're reader-submitted pictures and reader-submitted descriptions. I'll just give you a few pictures here. We have an example of the Batman water gun fail. We have Uncle Sam, which looks amazingly like Uncle Colonel Sanders Sam more than it does Uncle Sam. We have Superheroes Justice League. Now, who would have ever thought that Naruto joined the Superheroes Justice League? Not to mention, I think they've got a figure there to the right of, or actually to the left in the package of Naruto. It's Iron Man. I didn't know Iron Man ever joined the Justice League either. Let's see, we have Spider-Man, S-P-I-D-A-R, and then I'll do one other, but I'll leave some of them so you can actually go to the pages and enjoy them. So we have Batichica. Now, I don't know, this kind of looks to me more like they took a Batman figure and put some blonde hair on the back of it or something like that, but we have the superhero Batichica. So anyway, just go to the website, scroll down. They've got page after page after page of reader-submitted items. Some of them are just absolutely hilarious. Next up, this one was an article I caught and I almost passed it by because I thought it was just going to be so obvious. It's called "For Cats, a Big Gulp with a Touch of the Tongue." Other people said it was an article about discovering a new way that cats actually lap up liquids. And I thought, well, it seems to me kind of obvious, owning 4 cats, that they just use their tongue as a ladle, kind of like dogs do, and just ladle the liquid up into their mouths. Well, it doesn't seem to be that way. They did a scientific study of it, and they figured out that cats are actually using some complex physics. They're using a combination of inertia and gravity, and I'll show you some screenshots from a video on the website cosmiclog.msnbc.msn.com, and as usual I'll have a link to it. They actually constructed a little artificial tongue out of a disc, and they're showing by the pictures, or actually by the slow motion of the disc touching the water, that a cat's tip of their tongue touches the water, draws it up in a water column, and before gravity is able to drop the water column back, the cats actually bite off the top of the water column. So I thought that was cool, and that was kind of geeky. And lastly, this is a book I want to recommend. I haven't read it, but I read 2 articles on it, and I'll give you the link to the Huffington Post article because that's the one that's pretty much concise about it and got me interested enough. It's a geek concept. Probably a lot of people, if you're really into geeky stuff and physics, you've probably heard of it before, that time doesn't exist independently. It's a construct of people's intelligence themselves and consciousness, that without an observer there really wouldn't be such a thing as the passage of time like we know it. And so this is a really great book. The author's name is Robert Lanza, and the book is called, it's a long title, the basic title is Biocentrism, but the other part of the title is How Life and Consciousness Are the Keys to Understanding the True Nature of the Universe. And after reading this article, it is really great. It delves into a lot of the super geeky aspects of what consciousness actually is. Does time itself exist as a flow, or is it just basically a series of still frames that we put together with our consciousness? It also gives the argument that maybe we are actually eternal beings too, because if time never actually passes in the sense independent of consciousness, maybe we are actually eternal beings. So it explores a lot of thoughts, a lot of physics, and just from reading the 2 lengthy articles that are associated with it, it makes me want to go out and check out the book. So anyway, if you get a chance, check that out. Biocentrism by Robert Lanza. So that's about it for this week. Take care, everybody. I will catch you next week.